is that from the Kuwaiti bowler. Brilliant rhythm, excellent action, decent pace. Maria is the bowler. Swing on offer for Maria. Kavisha played a brilliant knock yesterday. Lavanya is the other batter. Both have had a brilliant start to the tournament. To join me, it's the number one commentator here on offer. It's Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening, Pranav. Every time I come in the comm box, you make me feel like I'm the king of the world. So thank you so much again for that warm welcome. You're very kind. It's UAE versus Kuwait. Kuwait winning the toss. In fact, UAE won the toss and decided to bat first. Kavisha is the opening batter. Again, immensely talented. I have seen her play quite a few number of times, and she's always surprised us with the potential that she has and the amount of runs that she scores. Complete value add to any team alongside Lavanya. Kenny.
Standing just outside her crease to tackle the swing of Maria. She's swinging the ball away. Ooh, brilliant effort. Love the intensity of Maria. She's giving in everything that she has.
Very good bowling from Maria, trust me. She's kept a very tight line. Quiet overs, and then once they have their eye set in, they can go for the runs. Meanwhile, it has been a brilliant over from Maria, just one run of the 5 balls.
I'll tell you what, I've seen whatever little that I've seen, Maria has been the pick of bowlers so far for me. It's 1 over, 1 for no loss, UAE. Good bowler, man. It is Khadija Khalil who will be bowling from the near end. The number 29 for Kuwait. They look like a very, very settled side.
Starts over the ball outside off. That's cut nicely. Chase for the fielder. Good diving effort in the deep. They'll get 2 runs comfortably in the end. Likes to cut the ball a lot. Both these openers, they are very strong on the offside, very technically sound, and have got the right temperament as well. Kuwait have their work cut out. They need to bowl without any errors. The lesser the loose deliveries, the better for Kuwait. They can put pressure and might just get some early wickets here.
Yesterday I compared Khadija to Mohammad Wasim of UAE. Brilliant stroke maker. Am I doing justice? Shoaib, you're from UAE. Tell me more about that.
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of Khadija. Today is an opportunity for me. I hope she performs well. Kavisha, of course, has been exceptional for UAE. She's been a prodigy, and she's coming through the ranks. One of the key players for UAE, Kavisha. She also has the record of the youngest player to score a T20 50.
How old would Kavisha be approximately?
Well, I think she's around 19 now.
Very talented is all that we have to say here. Lavanya just getting her laces right. The number 11 for UAE. Love the execution there. That'll be the first boundary for UAE. Beautifully driven. It was a full toss, but it still had to be put away. Wonderfully executed, Kavisha. This is what I'm talking about. She strikes and she keeps looking for boundaries.
Oh yes, she has the ability to score runs quickly. A stroke player. And she's got 4 runs for herself. That's the first boundary. Will give her a lot of confidence. She's on 8 of 8. Kavisha, at the age of 11, became one of the youngest cricketers to be selected for the UAE women's team. So at the tender age of 11, she's been a part of the national side, and another good-looking shot from the bat of Kavisha. It's gone all the way. You don't need to run for those. You've timed it exceptionally, and you deserve 4 runs.
If the first one had a little bit of power involved in it, this was all class. Just guiding it past the square leg fielder. And the timing made sure that it went all the way through. Wonderful batting by Kavisha. What a stroke maker is she.
She's too good. As I said, she's cut it nice and fine. Not from the meat of the bat, takes the edge, but fortune favors the brave. She's gone for that shot anyway, and she's got 4 more. So a very expensive over coming in here from Khalil. And that's thanks to some really good stroke making from Kavisha.
She's toying with Khadija right now. What a player is Kavisha. Looking for that extra power. Not able to middle it though, but will still get 4 runs. The most important part is she's looking to score runs. The intent. The intent is what matters the most.
You're spot on. She's always looking to score runs. A punch off the back foot. Such a nice looking shot from the bat of Kavisha. She'll take a single and keep strike. 2 overs gone. UAE looking good. 19 for no loss. 15 साल की उम्र में उसने 50
If we were all praises for Kavisha, this is Maria. She's bowled a brilliant first over. She'll continue to bowl from the near end. She did get a hint of outswing. It's the best versus the best. That's a long boundary. Should get at least a couple there.
Yes, Lavanya Kenny was in 2 minds whether to go for that run or not, but that 2 runs were definitely on. And they make it comfortably in the end. You're right, Maria has got a good bowling action. Interesting field placement. They've got a slip. In fact, it's a wideish gully. And they've also got a short third man just behind the gully. So this is good captaincy from the captain. Amna, she knows the ball is moving away, and they've got a field placement just for that delivery. Very well played on the front foot. As I said, technically sound. Kavisha, also the youngest player to score a 50. She scored a 50 against Malaysia. 57 not out in the Thailand T20 smash at the age of 15. She's got loads of experience and she's just 18 years of age.
Extremely, extremely impressive.
Another good-looking drive on the front foot. But Maria has been rewarded for her discipline in her line and length. She's keeping it around the off stump. Reminds me of a certain Mithali Raj, Kavisha, from her younger days. She's still young, Mithali.
I'll tell you what, if Mithali is listening to this, she would really not be impressed.
I'm sure she's not. But I do hope that she's listening because I'm a big fan of Mithali Raj.
So is the world. The class she possesses. Very, very good. A lot of these girls would see a heroine would be the right word in her.
Again, punched off the back foot this time. Kavisha gets it in the gap. Are they going for two? No, they'll settle for one. So out of the 12 deliveries bowled so far, 11 have been faced by Kavisha. In fact, add a few more because the scoreboard has not been updated yet. Off the pads, appeal from Maria, but I think it was going down leg. They'll still get a single. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. Yes, that's a leg bye, so no bat involved. Lavanya will have to wait to get off the mark. And that's the end of another over. यार क्या हो गया स्कोर कार्ड?
There will be a bowling change from the far end. It's going to be Priyada. I'm very impressed by this Kuwait side in whatever little I've seen. Another player that I would like to mention is Akriti Bose, the wicketkeeper. The technique, spot on. Being a wicketkeeper, the first visuals of Akriti Bose, very, very good. Surely trained by some expert. Oh, and that's the commentator's curse. Should we call it that?
Well, we've seen that happen so many times, but you can't judge the ability or skill of a player on just one incident. Of course, that was a fumble. But I'm sure when you're saying, as a keeper yourself, if you're praising her, I'm 100% sure she's got what it takes to be there. That's an edge. Just falling short of the keeper again. P. Murli has been brought into the attack. She's the new bowler.
That was exactly the replay of the first ball. Edge just wide of the keeper. Lavanya is being asked some difficult questions. It is Priyada This is exactly a very, very late, thick edge.
That was the ball to be played on the front foot. This time it's going down leg. Priyanka. Apologies, it's Priyada. My bad. Priyada Murli. First two balls were good and then just one down the leg.
She's furious. Those are the catches which stick on to the keeper.
Played on the back foot and they'll get a run. Good fielding. Very good fielding. Good intent. Backing up has been perfect. I think Kuwait looked like a very strong side from whatever we've seen so far. They've been very impressive, very professional in their approach.
Extremely professional. Not scared to put in a dive.
Kavisha plays that on the back foot and will go into the hands of the fielder there. She's scoring on at a rate of more than one of a runner ball, so that's good for UAE. They need to get to a decent total because Kuwait is going to be a strong challenge for UAE in this Gulf Cup.
Priyada looks like a good bowler. She's bowled well so far. Just that one wide down the leg. But apart from that, she's been spot on. Trying to build the pressure on. And also calming her surroundings.
Another good over from Priyada. Managed to pull things back in the favor of Kuwait as of now. 5 deliveries bowled, just 2 runs conceded. Last ball of the over coming up. Shorter in length pulled. Kavisha does well to play that in the mid-wicket area. But there is some protection in the deep. So good field placement as well from Kuwait. It seems to be that they know what they're doing. 4 overs gone. UAE are 26 for no loss.
It is going to be Maria bowling her 3rd over. She's been brilliant to start off with. The captaincy of Amna Sharif has also been spot on. The field settings have been very, very good. Lovely cover drive. Might not get runs, but if you're a youngster and you want to learn how to play a cover drive, here's a masterclass. Climbing on the ball, transfer of body weight, very, very good. Kavisha. Another straight drive. The elegance that Kavisha brings to the table. So easy on the eyes.
Yes, Kavisha is, like I said, a complete package. She's strong on the off, very strong on the onside, and her mental temperament is also something special. Plays it straight down the ground, likes to drive the ball a lot. Also a very good cutter of the ball. So she ticks a lot of boxes, Kavisha. And the credit has to go to the Emirates Cricket Board in grooming, recognizing and nourishing the kind of talent that they have recently produced over the years. The results are for everyone to see. Of course, there's a long way to go, but the journey is started for UAE cricket.
Extremely impressed with Kavisha. What a talent is she. And Lavinia is just looking to compliment her. Playing with the straight bat. She does realize that Maria Jaswi would not be bowling another over.
This is also an ability to understand that the bowler who's bowling to you is bowling good tight lengths, and you need to respect that. That is what both the opening batters are doing. They know that Maria has been bowling a very tight length, and it's not the right time to go all guns blazing to attack, and that's why you see a sensible approach from both these batters against a very good bowling performance from Maria.
This is also a very, very professional approach from Kuwait, considering the extras.
Oh, that's another drive, but straight into the hands of the fielder. End of the over. 5 overs gone. UAE are 27 for no loss. जो भी है जैसा बोलो यार तेरे को रेस्ट चाहिए अरे भाई I'm not सुहास क्या क्या करना है आप लोगों को बताओ करना है तो करो मैं बैठता हूँ साइड में अगर आपको ब्रेक लेना है तो ब्रेक ले 5 overs, 27 for no loss. And Priyada Murli continues her second over. She's given away 3 runs without taking a wicket. And joining me now in the comm box is Suresh. Good evening, Suresh, and welcome.
Thank you, Shoaib. A very good evening to you as well.
You look very excited about this game, UAE and Kuwait. You've been looking forward to this game since morning, and you think this is going to be the clash that will make the difference.
Absolutely, Shoaib. Because I know UAE maybe could be a little better than Kuwait, but I think Kuwait is matching them. And coming back to the action, nicely driven shot, collected one more boundary by UAE. UAE moves on to 31.
Well, that's a good-looking shot to start off with. Like I said, she is a good cutter of the ball. Waited for it till the last moment and then played it in the gap. Just placed it. And with the fielders inside the circle, it's always going to be 4 runs.
Both the batters, openers of Saudi Arabia, and in particular Lavanya, I've been seeing her. She plays very late. And she's scoring a lot of run in that backward area. This time straight to the mid-on. Short mid-on, but couldn't prevent single.
Yes, another run added to the total. So pressure straight away on Priyada after conceding a boundary of the first ball. In fact, the second ball, she's given away a single as well. So 5 runs in the first 3 deliveries of the over. UAE slowly but steadily making a partnership out of this. Almost scoring at 6 runs and over.
Till now, Kuwait has been showing very disciplined bowling and could manage to restrict UAE 32 in the power play. Still 3 more balls to go in this first power play. An immaculate line and length shown by both the opening fast bowler with good pace as well.
Oh yes, they have been really good. UAE will be happy that they've not lost a few wickets here. They've been really cautious about that consistent batting performance from these 2 openers. They've kept all their wickets intact, and they would want to keep it that way at least till the halfway through the innings.
I'm sure Lavanya on strike. Kavisha continuing her sublime form. where she left yesterday. She is continuing. She's at 27 of 25. Although Lavanya a bit slow, 1 of 9, but I'm sure she would pick up sooner than later.
That's right. Oh, that's a full toss. It's been high up in the air and will be taken. Good fielding. Will that be signaled a no ball is the question. I don't think so. They are celebrating, and that means that this is wicket number 1. Lavanya Kenny will have to walk back. It was a juicy full toss. Well, the height could have been questionable, but the umpires think that it's a fair ball. It's a legal delivery, and Lavanya Kenny has to walk back. Success for Kuwait as UAE lose their first wicket.
Thus, Priyada Murli drawing first blood for Kuwait, and a very good catch. As we say, Shoaib, catches win matches, and it seems Kuwait has started pretty well, handling UAE batters. UAE the most favorite side for this contest. Kuwait is equally matching them.
Oh yes, Kuwait have been winners of the previous editions. So they are not a side to be taken lightly. And I'm sure UAE knows that. As they celebrate that wicket, a roar that will give them a lot of confidence. It is important now that UAE continue and Kavisha continues for UAE as long as possible. The way she's batting, it looks to be that she will have to play the anchor role in the innings for UAE.
Another full toss ball driven through the extra cover for a couple of runs. Another 2 run added to UAE total. UAE moves 34 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of power play. Mariam Umar into attack from Kuwait.
Mariam Omar, number 25. Seems to be her birthday. Normal guess. Normally you would have your birthdays on your jerseys. What's your favorite number, Suresh?
My favorite number is 18, 1-8.
And why is that?
You just now already answered it. That's my date of birth, 18th of November.
So here we go. First ball of Mariam has been played straight down the ground for a single. The new batter for UAE is Tirtha Satish, number 16 on her jersey.
She is a good striker of the ball. During the first match yesterday, Tirtha scored 13 runs of 7 balls. And I saw her, she was striking the ball very nicely. And she's off the mark on ball 1.
Well, this is a very new, rejuvenated UAE setup under the leadership, under the management, under the vision of Robin Singh. Things have really looked good and positive for UAE cricket.
this is visible. Look at the fielding of Kuwait. They are catching most of the ball. Their fielding placement is nice. This is a thick edge going towards third man, but could not prevent 3 runs. Good running between the wickets.
Yes, UAE have lost their first wicket, 35 on the board. And this has been a constant try, and they've put a very concentrated effort on not playing a lot of dot balls in T20 cricket. That's why you see a lot of running between the wickets. They're always looking for those singles. Even if it's a forward defense, it's a push towards long off and long on.
Immediately Shoaib Sleeps coming into the picture to pick up that area where the runs were flowing. I was thinking of the third man, maybe the short third man, but instead they come up with the slip, so it's catching position as well for Umar. Umar, bowler. Umar Kuningya.
That's another shot. Gone towards the long on. 37 for 1, 6.4 overs. Omar has kept it tight, 5 of 5. Can he finish off? Can she finish off well? Low full toss played straight back to the bowler. Good over from Omar and good captaincy from Amna, the captain of Kuwait. Overall, a successful over. 39 for 1 UAE after 7.
A good disciplined bowling line. So far, a very disciplined bowling display by Kuwaiti team. 7 over. When we talk about extra runs, particularly white balls in women's cricket, till now they gave just 3 white balls in 7 overs, which is very good, and that's one reason of controlling UAE. They are not giving much room to free the arms, and thus restricting the scoring from free flowing batter like Kavisha.
Yes, that's a sign of a good bowling unit. You don't bowl a lot of extras. You stick to your plans and you execute those plans well. Kuwait has done that so far. Yes, they haven't got a lot of wickets, but they've also not allowed UAE to score runs freely. And that is a very good sign. So as you were rightly mentioning earlier in the day, this is the game that you would look forward to, Kuwait versus UAE, almost head-to-head as the new bowler comes into bowl. It's Mariamma Haider.
A left arm spin, another variation from Kuwait.
Starts off well. She's coming around the wicket for the left-handed Satish Tirtha. And she started off well, right on the middle stump.
Driving to the mid-off for a single. Mariamma keeping it very simple, bowling to wicket line. Till now 2 balls, given 1 run. Kavisha back on strike. 33 of 31 deliveries. A good flighted ball. Went with the shot through the point area. I'm not sure. Yes, there is a cover. Could manage to cover. And easy 2 runs for UAE and Kavisha.
That's good batting That was a loose delivery. Was asking to be hit. Kavisha went for the aggressive shot and made sure that it was played in the gap. And they've got 2 runs for that shot. So Kavisha moving on to 35 of 32. Another good knock here coming from the bat of Kavisha. We hope we don't jinx it with our commentator's curse. But as of now, it looks good for UAE. 42 for 1 in 7.4 overs.
Kuwait bowlers have good strategy in place, bowling to their off-stump line, middle and off, not spraying many deliveries towards pad or leg region. See another ball on the off, covered in point area, another dot ball. So till now, Mariamma has conceded 3 runs in 5 balls. Can she finishes the over with another dot ball?
Yes, this has been a good over so far from Mariamma. Kavisha will be looking to hit the ball in the gap. Plays it straight down the ground, nicely driven in the gap. Are they looking for 2? And yes, they are. Good running between the wickets. Very good running between the wickets. When you take the first run hard, you always have the chance, the opportunity to take the other one. Tirtha Satish is running between the wickets, has been absolutely spot on. There it is, it's the end of the over. Just at the right time, the umpires realized that. 8 overs gone, 44 for 1.
Sure, I'm very impressed with Kavisha's technique of batting. The last drive she played straight, waited for the ball, drive it through extra cover, the ball going all along the carpet for an easy double. This is what, the proper skill set of or technique of batting. If you play straight, it makes much easier for you to score runs, even on the good ball. There was nothing wrong in that last ball, but still she could manage to steal a couple of runs. Excellent batting display by Kavisha.
You're spot on with that observation. She's very sound technically. As in comes Omar to bowl again around the wicket. Low full toss has been pulled up. In fact, it's been tonked towards the mid-wicket. Tirtha Satish will just settle for 1 because there is protection in the deep. And yes, appreciation from Kuwaiti players. Priyada does well to restrict UAE for just a single. Another good ball outside off. Nice length. Very well bowled.
Flat and fast, not giving much room and time as well for the cut.
.45 for 1 after 8.2 overs. You will be looking to target around the 130, 140 mark. Well, that's hit straight down the ground. Beautiful hit from the bat of Kavisha. That will go all the way for yet another 4. But this one clearly is the shot of the day for me. Right from the meat of the bat. Good balance. And the result, 4 runs.
Absolutely. The best place to hit in cricketing field. Right over the bowler's area, where no one can stop the ball. The ball raising towards rope. Kavisha moving swiftly to 41 of 37 balls.
Oh, another loose delivery from Omar. And the result is the same. You can't be bowling that to Kavisha. She's in excellent form. And with that gift, Kavisha says, thank you very much. She moves on to 41.
This was Dolly, isn't it, Shoaib?
It was easy pickings for somebody like Kavisha. That was a real gift. And no protection in the deep there. So 4 runs were always on. Oh, another good looking shot. This time it will go straight to the fielder. Rocked on the back foot Kavisha and played that towards long on. Another single added. Expensive over this one in the context of the game. 10 runs already in the 5 deliveries she's bowled so far.
Mr. Venkatesho Karthikeyan, a very senior umpire of Oman cricket, a very well-known person from Indian school Muscat. Guided towards leg for a quick single, a good running between the wicket. So 11 from Omar this over. At the end of 9 overs, UAE at 55 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shoaib, let me take you through some cricket activities at the Indian school level back in Oman, Muscat. ISM, Indian School Wadi Kabir, these are the 2 most competitive sides in our domestic league, under 13, under 16, including under 19. And Mr. Karthikeyan, who is umpiring this match, is the man behind, Indian School Muscat team. And he spent a lot of time, his efforts and energy to build and motivate, support, and share skill set with the young budding cricketers.
That was on the pads, has been played. Brilliance in terms of the placement. This time it's Tirtha Satish who plays it fine on purpose and gets 4 more runs. So runs coming in thick and fast for UAE.
Back-to-back boundaries now. Couple of boundaries in the last over and another boundary in the beginning of this over. A very smart batting by Tirtha Satish, just guiding the ball along her pad for a comfortable boundary. This time coming down the track and chipping it through the mid-on, straight to the fielder, could manage only 1. UAE moving 60 for 1. 9 overs, 3 balls. 3 more balls to go for Haider. Mariama.
Well, that's good to know. You were telling me about the development of cricket at the grassroots level. Schools have an important role to play in the development of cricket, and it's always good to know that there are schools like Indian School of Muscat who have an active role in providing some high-quality players.
And sure, for your kind information, you may not be knowing, I'm not sure, Mr. Pranav Mehta, our co-commentator, he too comes from this talent pool of Indian School Muscat.
Well, he is a talented player, so I'm sure he must be from one of those schools. Indian School Muscat always producing a lot of high-quality cricketers for Oman throughout different years. I know Jatinder Singh is also from that school.
You're right. And we have Indian School Gobra, Indian School Seeb. They are also very good competitive side. Then we have Pakistan School Muscat. So fortunately, we have a good schooling system here where they support cricket, they promote cricket, and they feed youngsters, with a lot of cricket facilities as well and time. All of their academic curriculum.
That is really good to know. 10 overs gone. Meanwhile, UAE are 61 for 1.
Meanwhile, Omar continuing from the near end. Kavisha on 47.
Oh yes, another special innings coming from a special cricketer. Again played in the gap. Look at that beautiful placement on the back foot. Chase for the fielder. By the time she throws it back, 2 runs will be easily completed. And that means she'll move on to 49.
Kavisha is showing, what are the benefits of playing late. So she has enough time. She has all the time in this world to guide the ball between the two fielders. I've seen a lot of shots between the point, the lead region point, and the backward point.
Absolutely. 1 run away from yet another 50. Oh, that slows. A little jittery, a little nervous, and rightly so, but she is a very skillful batter. Very confident, and knows how to deal and handle pressure. Playing cricket from a tender age of 11, it molds you into a very strong character, and Kavisha is definitely one of them. That's straight into the hands of the fielder. I was just about to say that's a single, but no, we'll have to wait. Kavisha will have to wait for yet another 50. Another drive. This time it's in the gap. It's gone into the hands of the fielder, but that doesn't matter because Kavisha has scored another 50. Brilliance from Kavisha Kumari. She's the super girl from UAE. Time and time again, she's come out, she's performed with the bat, and she truly is a star in the making. Watch out for her because she is something really special.
This is magnificent. What a crafted half century by Kavisha. She looks in sublime touch. She plays late. She knows what she's doing. She's mentally strong. Holding the one hand for UAE. I think now Preeta Satish will start playing more freely. What do you say now, Shoaib? What should be their strategy? Almost half mark gone. 11th over about to finish. UAE paced at 64 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Well, Tirtha Satish is definitely the one who's going to go the attacking mode, and that is what we've seen. This one was played in the gap. Diving effort, that is something really commendable from Kuwait. They have been exceptional in the field. 100% commitment. That's the second name of Kuwait women's side.
What an effort by Priyada. This is the second time I've seen throwing herself. And look at this. She saved the definite boundary, throwing herself.
And in the back of the screen, you saw the coach of UAE, Najib Umar, appreciating that effort, clapping. That is the spirit, and that is how you appreciate good performances, regardless of which team or which side you are on.
It's really commendable. Excellent fielding efforts.
So a stoppage of play, change of gloves, I think, for Tirtha Satish. She's the aggressor. She is the Suresh Raina kind of batter. Likes to go aerial a lot. Smriti Mandhana would be a better example. Left-handed batter for UAE, Tirtha Satish. So it's Mariama to continue.
Amna Sharif Tariq, a bowling change from Kuwaiti side.
Well, it's the skipper, Amna Sharif Tariq, who's brought herself into the attack.
Number 8 for Kuwait.
Yes, at the toss, she was very confident, and Definitely a lot of belief in her side. Also mentioned that they know that UAE is a quality side and they would want to restrict them at a good score. Will be interesting to see how she bowls.
Driven through mid-off, extra cover for a single, comfortable single. A good throw right on top of the stumps. And
Well,
good collection as well by the bowler.
what has impressed me the most is Kuwait's fielding.
Absolutely.
They have been spot on. Really, it looks as if the Kuwaiti coaching staff has worked a lot on the fielding skills of the players. They've worked a lot on the fitness as well. You can see a lot of players look fit. Priyada diving, stopping the ball, shows the effort that goes behind the scenes to bring up a performance like this.
Certainly, Shoaib. And the body language, the energy shown by the Kuwaiti fielders, they are positive. They want to win this match. It's a good contest. We could see 67 for 1 UAE now. 12th over in progress. Again, placing it to the cover areas for a comfortable single. Trita Satish moves on to 11, 12 in fact, of 11 balls.
That's right. 68 for 1. From here on, UAE will be targeting at least 130. Nicely bowled, flighted delivery from Amna. Lot fuller.
So what's your insight? Like, what should be the target? As you were saying, 130, 120 should be good enough to defend for the UAE?
I think 130 is a good score for UAE. It's a par score because they've got the bowling as well to defend that kind of score. So anything around that 130 mark, UAE will be very, very comfortable. But they've also got some batting left. So it is to be seen how they approach the remainder of the 8 overs. I am assuming that Tirtha Satish will go for some aggressive shots from here on.
Right. Still 9 wickets in hand. And just 8 overs to go. More after this ball. It's a straighter one. Right to the fielder, to the mid-on for a comfortable another single. So this ends Amna Tariq. Pretty decent over, conceded 4 runs. At the end of 12 overs, UAE placed at 70 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Time for a change in com box. Mr. Pranav replacing Shoaib. Welcome, Pranav.
Thank you so much, Suresh. I'm so very impressed by this Kuwaiti side, especially the fielding. So good. When you see a women's cricketer having a low center of gravity while collecting the ball, you know there is a lot of hard work that has been put into it.
Down the line. Luckily, that's what Karthikeyan signaling wide ball.
Players putting in the slides, even the dives. That one boundary saved by Priyada was incredible.
Good flighted delivery, trying to clear the mid-off area. The extra cover, I would say, straight to the fielder.
What has been the most impressive thing in fielding is the Kuwaiti fielders are not scared to put in a dive. That's a brilliant shot
Sure.
over the top of extra cover. Will get a boundary there. It's a rare boundary conceded by Kuwait. To get a boundary against Kuwait, you have to be You have to get your angles right. They're very sharp. They're electric in the field. Anything in and around them will not get to the boundary. This time, it is the young batter just hitting it right over covers for a boundary. What a shot was that from Tirtha Satish.
Absolutely. It was a magnificent shot. If you look at the ball was not that short, neither that wide, but still she picked up very nicely and put it over the extra cover. This time there is a sweeper to cover that, restricting 1 run.
Tirtha Satish is a wonderful timer of the ball. She's 18 or 15 balls. Very elegant. Just as most lefties are. Pleasing on the eyes. Pushing her behind is Omar.
I always like a batsman, whether right and particularly left, those who play inside out. It was like, although through the extra cover, it looks like though she was trying to play inside out. So nicely done. And that shows how skillful she is. It's not an easy shot to play on the up, clearing the inner circle.
So true, inside out is a specialist shot. On most occasions, there is never a fielder there. It's a sure boundary. But it's a very, very dangerous shot to execute. You don't get it right. On most occasions, you're going to be caught at point or shot third man.
Right.
Mariam bowling her off spins. Not scared to flight. Look at another diving effort. This is what has been so impressive for Kuwait. Not scared to throw themselves around. Very, very good.
So 8 run conceded by Mariam Omar in this over. At the end of 13 over, UAE plays 78 for a loss of 1 wicket.
Mariam Omar will complete her spell. 4 overs, 29 for no loss. It is Kavisha who is anchoring the innings for UAE, 53 of 52. Tirtha Satish is looking to attack and take the game away from Kuwait, who have been so good in the field. Getting a boundary can almost be called as earned a boundary.
Amna back into attack from the far end. A lovely delivery. Tirtha Satish this time wanted to cut it to the point and gully region, but couldn't make a contact straight to the wicket keeper. Amna is trying to keep it tight and sticking to her off stump line. Maybe she's little bit short.
I'll tell you what, Suresh, these girls look very, very professional. I wouldn't be shocked in seeing one of them, falling just short of Amna.
I think we should.
I would surely not be shocked to see any of these playing in any of the franchise cricket around the world. The women's franchise cricket is slowly coming up. They are very, very good.
This is driven through covers for a comfortable single. I think Kuwait come up with some plan in their mind, and happy to see they are executing it, to the perfection on the ground. Still restricting UAE 79 almost at the fag end of 14 overs, which is a decent total. Otherwise, UAE is a very mature, very experienced side.
It is one thing to have a plan, and it's another thing to execute it. You might have the skills. Rare misfield. She did put in the slide, but she was not able to pull it behind.
One of the rare misfield today we have seen from the Kuwaiti fielders.
Amna Sharif appreciating the effort nonetheless. She knows there was a lapse in concentration there. Kavisha is trying to score runs. Very, very well kept there. Brilliant bowling.
A good comeback by Amna after she was hit for a boundary. Kept it straight, fast outside the off stump. Doesn't giving any room to Kavisha.
What I was saying is, it is one thing to have the skill and it's another thing to execute it. The know-how is so important. This could be another boundary or not. Look at that effort. Look at that effort. This is brilliant stuff. Kuwait is all over UAE, and that statement would take UAE to 85 for 1 in 14 overs.
Happy to see bowler Amna appreciating the efforts of the fielder. The other fielders supporting each other. This really, fired up your energy, and Kuwaiti team is doing very well. I think they need a wicket here now.
I'll tell you what, Suresh, they are very, very professional. They are only looking to restrict. I've not seen any of the bowlers looking to pick wickets. They understand this is the T20 format and they're just bowling tight lines, trying to pick up dot balls. They know that their skill gives them an added advantage. The fielding has been excellent. The understanding of the game, the knowledge of the game, the presence of mind, brilliant. The coach deserves a standing ovation for the way they've prepared, for the way he has prepared the Kuwaiti women's team. Very, very professional, very, very disciplined, very, very good.
I fully agree with you, Pranav. Not only the coach, but the girls as well, because they are the one who are executing it on the field. As you just mentioned, planning is something, but the planning with the execution gives you the result.
I totally agree with you there, Suresh. As of now, these Kuwaiti girls are stealing the show.
Another bowling change. Superban Gomez. They're losing the control on the very first ball. White ball signal by umpire Karthikeyan.
New bowler coming into the attack, it is Gomez. Siobhan Lee Gomez. Take outside edge. Should run away to the boundary. 4 more runs for Tirtha Satish. She's looking to attack. She's getting her boundaries. Whether good or bad, she will take it any day. 4 additional runs to her account. Surely was not looking to score there. Was looking to drive it through the covers. A thick outside edge will take it to the third man boundary. Welcome runs for UAE.
This time swing it down the leg stump. Another white ball signaled by umpire. I think Siobhan Gomez needs to keep it very simple, as the other Kuwaiti bowlers were doing. Just on the stumps, bit outside the off stump, restricting batsmen to free their hands. A good loop, a juicy full toss, right behind the bowlers with the no man's or no woman's land area, and just a single. Teresa Satish asking umpire for the no ball for the west height.
It was a 50-50 decision there.
Maybe the ball dipping.
Maybe the ball would be dipping. Very well kept.
A good comeback by Gomez.
Akriti Bose is the keeper there. She's been sharp and electric behind the stumps. Especially to the spinners, she's very quick to remove the bails. We've been very lucky here in the Combox to have the presence of Shoaib Ahmed alongside us.
Bit short, driven to the. Oh my God! Look at this. The ball raced to the ropes. Look at the effort from the fielder. Putting her body, couldn't manage to stop the boundary, but hats off. What an effort.
I'll tell you what, Suresh, this might be a boundary and that might be coming out from the bat of Kavisha's bat. But that effort on the boundary is stealing the show there.
Look at the commitment. Brilliant. It's par excellence. Kuwaiti side putting everything on the ground. This time, just conceding single.
Tota. I have to be looking for the Kuwaiti coach. Need to have him on the visit for my franchise. He's too good. I'm not too sure if I can give the credit to the coach or the players. The players have put in the hard work as well. But this is a very, very disciplined performance against a very dominating UAE.
Shibion Gomez just, it looks like she's losing her way. Three wide so far. It's a good ball driven by Tarisha Satish to the cover areas for a comfortable 2 runs.
With wickets in hand, UAE is looking to dominate here. It is 100 up for UAE and it's just 15 overs. With 5 overs to go, UAE will be looking to target. Tirtha Satish is looking very, very dangerous. 27 of 22. Kavisha on the other hand, 64 of 58. She has to be looking for her 3-digit number. Can she do it?
Yes, I guess yes, Pranav, because it's still 5 more overs to go. The way Kavisha is playing, 64. I think the last over Gomez conceded 15 runs, the most expensive over of the inning for Kuwait till now. So they moved from 85 to 100. Can she does it, Kavita? 5 more overs to go. Amna back into attack. Number 8 for Kuwait, Amna. This time coming down the track, basically to the cover point, and this is risky. This could be run out. No. They could manage to complete 2 runs. A very weak throw. Another 2 run added to Kavisha Kitty.
Skipper is looking at the goal. There is a little shot and will race away to the boundary. That's a brilliant shot from Kavisha's bat. She's in a hurry to get to her 3-digit mark. In way is Amna Sharif.
Look at this, Pranav. She could be in a hurry to reach 100, but how late she played this ball. At the last moment, and she knew where is the gap, and she just drive it, or in fact placed it to the point and gully area for a boundary.
I'll tell you what, Robin is doing a fantastic job with cricket in UAE. Lot of upcoming youngsters cannot stop appreciating him. Oh, that's a rare misfield by Kuwait. The coach would never be happy with that. And should have only been a single. You can see she had her arms on her hip, and that went through her. She was not prepared. We often mention that a jerk, if you're not on start, a jerk can make things very, very difficult. But this kept keep a little low. Will get a single there at deep wicket. So oh my God, what have you done there? You're pushing for the second. The important wicket of Tirtha Satish has gone. She was miles away. She was not even in the picture. Wonderful throw from deep mid wicket. They were running for two. The moment it was hit, and Tirtha Satish was nowhere in the picture. She did throw her back, but it's always going to be late.
Pranav, I think there was never a two-run in this because the shot was played very hard. The ball traveled very fast to the fielder and straight to her hand, and it was suicidal running. And I think the throw was coming from, if I see correctly, it's Priyada Murali. Let's see and get the confirmation.
If it's Priyada Murali, she's one of the best fielders that I've seen. Very, very agile, very, very athletic. I love the fact that she was diving on her own bowling. The commitment is what we talk about. Once you come into the cricket field, you have to be a sports person. You can just not be a cricketer. You have to be a sports person. So that's the end of Tirtha Satish. She's looking very, very good. It is going to be Kavita who has to take control of the game and also play the role of the aggressor. It is Oza who has come in. Isha Oza, the number 18. Virat Kohli. The number 18 has suddenly become so popular. Virat Kohli. Where is the 18 number t-shirt?
Plays nicely, but direct to the fielder. No run. After back-to-back boundaries, a good comeback by Amna, a wicket and a dot ball. And just to confirm, Pranav, it was Priya Murli only. Those infected that run out, a very good throw to get rid of Tirtha Satish, who was looking dangerous. So at the end of 16 overs, UAE placed 111 for the loss of 2 wickets.
If I get an opportunity, I have to be going to the ground and picking the autograph of Priyada Murli. She's been fantastic in the field.
What an athlete.
What an athlete.
We saw her catching the ball neatly. She caught one. She threw herself twice to save couple of boundaries. She had run out. What else you need? She is a big asset to this Kuwaiti team. What do you say, Pranav?
For sure. For the time being, it is Mariam Haider who's going to bowl left arm orthodox. An arm ball to start off with. If she can turn one away, this would be even more impressive. With just 4 overs, with just less than 4 overs to go. That's it well. Well, Amna will not be able to get under it. Should have been a couple. In the hurry, Amna got the throw wrong. She couldn't get under the ball.
But fortunately, no damage, no extra run. That brings Kavisha back to the strike. She is at 75 of 64. Can she make it? the first century of this competition.
She has just over 3 overs to do so. 24 more runs is what is required.
It's doable, Rana.
For sure, needs a couple of boundaries here and there, and then automatically the number looks very small.
That's a lovely hit to the mid-wicket, bisecting both the fielders at the deep mid-wicket and the cow region. A very good hit by Isha Oza.
This is the reason Isha Oza has come into bat. She's a brilliant striker of the ball, and this is what she does. A slog sweep, pulled from outside the off stump in front of mid-wicket, around the cow corner area. A few bounces and into the boundary was the ball. What a talent is.
Again coming down the track, this time driving into the mid-on area, had to settle for a single, straight to the fielder. But her intentions are clear. She is coming down the track, she is hitting the ball hard. She needs to get as many boundaries as possible in the remaining 3.5 hours for UAE.
That's a goner, that's a goner.
This one kept a bit low, isn't it?
No doubt, says the umpire. Wonderful appeal. Probably would have been an inside edge. The batter was right in front of the stumps, and that was an arm ball as well. Maybe could have been sliding down the leg side as well.
So at the end of 17 overs, UAE at 118 for 2 wickets.
If there is one side that would have tested the quality of UAE, it is Kuwait. UAE is a brilliant side. They're well recognized and well identified. Not much is known about Kuwait, but what they have shown tonight has been more than impressive.
Mariama Haider, it's Amna Tariq into attack. A slog hit on trying to clear the mid-wicket, but couldn't connect it, could manage to gather only single.
We often talk about game sense, and the way Kuwait have played this game has been incredible. Yes, a few misfields. Yes, a few runs leaked. But overall, very, very, very professional is the word.
Again playing late, Kavisha. Look at this. She's just stealing the runs. She knows where the fielder is, and she has enough time to place it between the point and backward point.
If you're batting at 76, then
look at this.
This is what you're looking at, picking up gaps. And once you pick up a gap, the outfield is so very quick here in the Oman Cricket Academy, ground number 2. Stopping the ball is out of question.
I think Amna is trying to plug that gap. Maybe she is trying to put an extra fielder there. Is it too late? Because she scored many runs in that area. Yesterday also we saw Kavisha and Lavanya.
Kavisha is not one of the tallest. With that shorter stature of hers, she's always going to be looking to cut and pull.
Absolutely.
So that goes without saying.
A magnificent shot, but straight to the fielder. This time to the long off. Had to settle for just single. She moves on to 81 of 68 balls. What an inning, still going on.
With 15 balls to go, she has to be eyeing her 100. If she's looking to go for 100, she needs 19 more and she has to be going for it now. Now is the time. Amna Tariq, she's been very expensive. This is her last over of her quota. Not ready there, says Isha Oza. It was pretty well bowled. Amna Tariq. Complaining about something to the umpire is Amna Tariq, the captain of UAE.
क्या कर रहे थे बैट पर?
It is going to be Amna Tariq. That's a wide. Probably was expecting Isha Oza to be stepping down the wicket.
What a shot. This time, all the way, clearing the ropes clearly. A huge one from Isha Oza.
That is the first 6 of the Fun News presents GCC T20 Championship. What a shot is that. She did step down the wicket, cut the angle, and it went all the way. What a shot, targeting the cow corner. She is a sweet timer of the ball, but this was power and timing combined together. What a wonderful strike, targeting the captain of the opposition, Amna Tariq, who's been very expensive. Once again looking to target the mid-wicket region. It is one of the better fielders who is protecting that fence. It is Priyada Murali. Extremely efficient, Priyada Murali.
Outside the leg stump. She just need to guide it, and she did it for a boundary using the pace of Amna wide to the leg stump. She just simply need to guide it toward the deep square leg area. No sweeper, no cover there, and it's a freebie boundary, I would say.
Look at the way she controlled the sweep shot all along the ground. Very, very well played is that from Kavisha. Such a talent. Just 15 more is what is required for Kavisha to get to 100. 136 for 2 is UAE at the end of 18 overs.
I'm just going through their bowling attack. Maria Jasvi still has 1 over. So far she bowled 3 overs, conceded just 5 runs. Priyada Murli, 2 overs, conceded 10 runs. So I think, Pranav, it could be either Maria or Priyada. Let's see who comes to the bowling attack. It's Haider. I'm now preferring and continuing with Mariama Haider. Number 7 for Kuwait. Isha Oza on the strike. And as expected, she came down the track. Take it as a full toss, but straight to the fielder. Had to settle for 1 run. That brings Kavisha on the strike, Pranav. 85. She's at 85 and 11 more balls to go. Can she make it?
This is an interesting fact here. At the age of 11, Kavisha became one of the youngest cricketers to be selected for UAE women's team that participated in the Gulf Cup T20 Women's Championship held in Oman in 2014. Although she made her women's T20 international debut against Netherlands on 7th of July 2018. She's been groomed and she's been groomed well.
That shows in her batting skill, not only batting skill, that's being seen from her mental strength, how she's carrying.
That's it. High. It was a skyer. It's fallen between three converging fielders. It will fall safe. Isha Oza is looking for a maximum on almost every ball. 9 balls remaining. Kavisha is looking for the 3-figure mark.
This time trying for a slog hit over the mid wicket, couldn't connect it properly. She had to settle for a single run. She moves on to 87. Mariama Haider doing a good job so far. 4 balls, conceded 4 runs, 4 singles.
18 years and 332 days of age is Kavisha.
This time Isha hitting straight to the fielder at dead mid on or long on, I would say, for a single.
She's played 20 matches. She's yet to get 100. Can this be the first occasion? 7 balls to go. Given as wide. Not happy there is Mariam Haider. 7 balls to go. 13 runs is what Kavisha requires. She's definitely be going to go after it. She's eyeing that 3-figure mark. What a wonderful shot is that. Timed to perfection and that was a brilliant piece of fielding till it ricocheted off her arm to the boundary. 91 is where Kavisha will stand at the start of the 20th over.
What a dive by Mariam Omar. She almost saved a boundary, but fumbled it in the end. What an effort, commendable. And Kavisha in the process getting another boundary. She moves into 90. No better place. Over the bowler's head straight, where there is no fielder, bisecting the 2 fielders, mid off, mid on, trying their best, Amna and Umar, but couldn't manage to stop this boundary.
I'll tell you what, it all started with that elegance of Kavisha. Pure class and timing. And that brilliant dive from Umar. It was her knee which pushed the ball away into the ropes. Excellent cricket being played all round.
Kavisha at 91 of 72 deliveries.
It will be Isha Oza who will be on strike. Kavisha will be looking to get on strike. She would be itching to get on strike would be the right word. It will be Maria who opened the attack for Kuwait, bowled 3 overs for 5 runs. Looking to spoil her figures will be Isha Oza and Kavisha.
Let me tell you, Pranav, it may not be easy because yesterday one of my favorite bowler, Maria Jaswi, she took 5 wickets yesterday in 3 overs. Today also she has a very good day at the office. She just conceded 5 runs in 3 overs till now. Kavisha wanted to take a strike. Isha refusing it. I think she could have run this,
Yes.
isn't it, Pranav?
A slight bit of mix up. Isha Oza was ball watching to start off with, and then wonder why she was looking down in the disappointment. Keeper getting a little bit of support from her teammates. Love the fact that she's wearing a helmet even when she's keeping behind. That posture is perfect, ideal. Even Sangakkara would commend. Wonderfully struck. Will get a boundary. Wonder Kavisha would be appreciating the fact that Isha Oza has got a boundary, or disappointed on the fact that she's not having the strike. This could very well be her maiden 100, but now it is all about Isha Oza, who's striking very well through the line.
A clean hitting. I would say, Pranav, clean and hard hitting, in fact. Ball raising, blazing through the ropes.
I'll tell you what, I might own a premier team, but I'm surely going to be making my players watch this match to show the elegance with which the UAE women's team plays. Very, very good. And to add on, lovely bit of fielding, sliding. This is something that you'll rarely see. Oh, that did. She's lucky to be fine there.
That was Mariam Umar sliding, stopping the ball and releasing it as quickly as possible. Brilliant fielding display again.
This is international standard quality fielding. Even men's cricket, which is very, very highly competitive compared to the women's cricket, would envy the quality which is presented here by Kuwait women's team. Very, very good. Especially that of Priyada. Mariam Umar has also been very, very good. Maria has also been very effective. It will be Kavisha. Oh, that's well struck. Will that shot prevent Kavisha from getting up to 100? That is very, very strongly struck. Umpire had no chance to get out of way. He struck hard, and he struck very, very hard.
This was sure shot boundary, Pranav. It wouldn't hit the umpire. It was that straight. Look at this. Look at this power. See,
There was no chance. I'm very glad that he's okay. It is umpire KR Azad. He's very, very strong to still be standing. He's hit hard, and he's hit very, very hard. Water is being offered to him by umpire Karthikeyan. If this would have gone to the boundary, Kavisha would definitely be fancying her chances to the 100. Very disappointed as soon as it hit KR Azad. But later on, she was a good sport to walk across and say, "Are you okay?" Medical treatment being provided to KR Azad. That ball was traveling 5 ounces. 5 ounces heavy is that ball. And it came from the meat of Kavisha's bat. Almost a sure shot boundary. Medical treatment being provided. This is the GCC Women's T20 Championship. There is a little bit of treatment which is being provided to umpire KR Azad. Kavisha would fancy her chances. She would have been on 95 with 2 balls to go. For sure she would be looking and eyeing her 100. She would still be eyeing her 100. She would need a 6 and a 4 to get there. It's a much tougher task because Maria Jasvi has conceded only 10 runs in the 22 balls that she's bowled. And now the remaining two balls, Kavisha requires, I beg your pardon, Kavisha requires 9 runs to get to that golden 3-figure mark. Milestones play such an important role. He's up on his feet, his umpire KR Azad. That was really struck hard. What a wonderful timer of the ball is Kavisha.
It's good to see KR Azad back on his feet. It hurts.
This women's match between Kuwait and UAE is attracting a lot of attention. There is the D10 Cup which is happening on the ground next to it. A lot of spectators have shifted their attention to Kavisha's batting and the excellent fielding of Kuwait. That was brilliantly bowled into the wicket, slower one. Will get only a single. Kavisha is going to remain not out on 92. This is going to be her career best in T20Is. It is Isha Oza who will have the opportunity to complete the honors. She is 22 of 13. Can she make it 28? It's short, it's hit, it hits it handsomely. This will travel all the way. Priyada will have no role to play. She is going to finish the innings in style. 28 of 14 balls, a strike rate of 200. That slog over deep mid-wicket is what will fetch her 6 runs, and UAE will have all the momentum to go into the second innings. On the back of 92 crucial runs of Kavisha, UAE will stand as favourites, walking back 152 for 2. It's a mighty score put up by UAE. I assure you, Kuwait is not going down without putting up a fight. They are a champion side. They've shown the quality of their professionalism in the first innings. We'll be joining you shortly after the break to see the second innings. you're watching the Fun News Presents GCC Women's Championship here live from Oman Cricket Academy in the heart of Muscat. What a wonderful game. It is match day number 2 and it is the last and final match of the day. It is the third match of the day. It is UAE that is taking on Kuwait, and 158 for 2 is what UAE has posted on the back of Kavisha's 92 of just 74 deliveries. Isha Oza finished the first innings with a massive 6 over mid-wicket, 28 of 14. Kuwait's fielding has been incredible in the first innings. They have been very, very clinical. Their fitness has been very good. Sliding, diving, coming in line of the ball, the techniques, very, very impressive. And this is a young lot which will only get better. But in the second innings, they have a task on hand. They have to score 159 runs, a mammoth total set by UAE in the allocated 20 overs. Captain Chaya Mughal, who often opens the bowling, would be mighty pleased with that effort. Coming in are the UAE bunch. It is the wicket-keeper Tirtha Satish, the lefty, one-down batsman who took on the Kuwait later in the innings. It's a brilliant effort from both these sides so far in the first innings. A very, very good quality cricket was shown by both these sides. Let's see what Kuwait has to offer in the second innings. To chase this mammoth total of 159, they will need to get off to a good start. That is Chaya Mughal, the captain, jersey number 1, taking a run up. She bowls sharp in-swingers. It is Priyada Murli, number 77, who is taking her middle stump guard. She has been excellent in the field with the bat and with the ball as well. Very, very good. And here she is opening the batting as well. A fast bowling all-rounder is the need of the universal cricket these days. Such a rare commodity. And Priyada Murli brings in excellent fielding skills. She protects the dangerous areas. That's ball number 1, Chaya. Big in-swinger to begin with. Priyada Murli bowled 2 overs for 10 runs, picking up a wicket. Questions will definitely be asked that why wouldn't she complete her quota? Looking to start very cautiously, taking her time is Priyada. Khadija Khalil was the only very, very expensive bowler. She leaked 18 runs for Kuwait. And obviously it was Siobhan Lee Gomez, 1 over for 15. Very, very good technique. Priyada Murli is not panicking. She looks very confident. She does realize that if she can play exactly what was displayed by Kavisha, Kuwait will have a very, very good chance. Looking for the first runs is Priyada Murli. Taking her time. She's definitely showing a sense of confidence. Zifa Jilani is the other opener who's yet to face a ball. She's at the non-striker's end. Extremely good posture. Very stable. Big in-swinger from Chaya. She's targeting the stumps. She does realize the importance of getting the back of Priyada. Five rod balls is what we have here. UAE are definitely on top in this encounter. There was a big heave. An inside edge onto the pads. Very lucky there is Priyada. The ball could have easily gone onto the stumps. It's the end of the first over. Chavi Mughal will start off with a maiden. Kuwait are yet to open their account. It was Mahika Gaur who opened the bowling for UAE yesterday. The tall left-arm pacer. That's not going to be the case today. Kushi Sharma is going to be bowling from the near end. I beg your pardon, it's the far end. Immediately going over the top is Zilani. Zifa Jilani, I beg your pardon, the number 10. The ranks of Sachin Tendulkar, Lionel Messi are all known for using the number 10. The list goes on. It is Zifa Jilani who opened her account on the very first ball. It is Priyada Murli. She will open her account as well. Should get a couple here. Oh, that's a wonderful piece of fielding. That is Vaishnavi Mahesh who put in that sliding effort at mid-wicket. Fielding has suddenly become such an important part of cricket. Does look like a good cricketer here, Priyada Murli. Playing it a tad bit early currently. She's looking for a timing. Kushi Sharma was pretty good yesterday. The number 21 from UAE. They've got a slip as well. Looking to play her shots is Priyada Murli. But she is taking her time. She's not getting the middle so far. 2 of 9 deliveries. They do realize that net run rate could play a crucial role. They'll look to take the game deep. Pressure is at peak on Priyada. UAE bowlers have opened the second innings very well. That could have been an opportunity should the long on fielder would have been inside the circle, but it's ended up in getting a single. Priyada moves to 3 of 10. Fielding was the talk of the town in the first innings. Kuwait were brilliant. UAE would like to take a page from the book of Kuwait. At the end of 2 overs, Kuwait are 4 for no loss.
So, Pranav, it's a cautious start for Kuwait, just scoring 4 runs in the first 2 overs.
It is Chaya Mughal who's bowling a very tight line. What I'm happy to see is that most teams would feel the pressure of chasing 150 plus and go all guns blazing. But Kuwait are very content to take some time and get themselves in. I'm sure they can capitalize with time. Looking for a big hit was Priyada. Misfield, but would not be able to capitalize on that. Will get no runs of that ball. Shavi Mughal, the captain of UAE, is still to leak a run. 8 deliveries, 8 dot balls. Very, very accurate.
A good bowling action. Number 1 for UAE, the captain of UAE side, Chaya Mughal.
She immediately removes the slip. She does realize that Priyada Murli has to get going. They have a lot of runs on board, 158 of them. Bowling in the block hole. Sharp in swingers. There is nothing much that Priyada Murli can do about this.
They need to look out for boundaries now. Into third over, just 4 runs for Kuwait. Changing the length of the ball this time, Pranav. The last one was full, almost Yorker length. This time, bit outside the off stump.
I believe it was a cross-seam delivery. The ball held his line, did not swing in. Her action mostly possesses or allows her to bowl the sharp in-swingers.
She is mixing up nicely the length of her deliveries.
Another sharp in-swinger. What a
Good
catch is
catch.
that? It is Vaishnavi, the number 9 for UAE, Vaishnavi Mahesh, taking a diving catch to her right. Believe it or not, that is going to be seeing the back of Priyada Murli. What a catch is that? This can see 100 replays and still we would want more of it. It is Vaishnavi Mahesh diving full stretch to her right and getting the back of Priyada Murli, who's out for 3 of 14. Kuwait are 4 for 1.
Brilliant catch. This could be the catch of the tournament so far. This is what separates the champion side from the pack. Chaya Mughal yet to concede a run. 1.5 overs, one more ball to go for a second over. Kuwait 4 runs at loss of 1 wicket. What a fantastic effort. Mariam Umar walks into bat, taking the strike. trying to hit the block hole. In the process, full toss, driven straight to the fielder. No run. Another successful over for UAE. Second consecutive maiden over by Chaya Mughal, and that too wicket taking. At the end of 3 overs, Kuwait 4 for loss of 1 wicket. Khushi Sharma back into attack from the far end. Facing Khushi is Zifa Jelani. This time spraying down the leg stump. Umpire Azhar signaling wide ball. Adding one more to Kuwait total. Kuwait moves on to 5 for the loss of 1 wicket. A swing and a miss. A good discipline, line and length shown by Sharma. Outside the off stump, a bit of swing under the floodlights. Trying to play through the square area, cover area, couldn't connect straight to the wicket keeper. Almost similar delivery, appealing for a catch. The keeper, but the umpire said no. It never touched a bat. A good line and length. So after the first white ball, consecutive 2 dot balls by Khushi Sharma.
Keeping it tight is Khushi Sharma. She's an experienced campaigner. Not allowing to get Kuwait away. 3.3 balls, 5 for 1 is where Kuwait is standing at. Chasing a mammoth 158. It is Khushi Sharma bowling a second over. The majority of the damage has been done by Chavi, the captain. Continuing to bowl dot balls is Khushi Sharma. The pressure has built on. It is almost 4 overs. And Julani is looking to play some shots now.
But Pranav, I have been saying, look at last 4 deliveries of Khushi Sharma. They have some plan, UAE team. She is bowling outside the off stump, trying to drag the batsman, to reach to the ball. In the process, they are expecting the edge, the slip also in place. Look at this. This time she could manage to connect, but straight to the point fielder. No run.
Execution is what makes it a master. It is Khushi Sharma who bowls 1 wide and all dot balls in the over. Kuwait are 5 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. 154 is what they require in 16 overs. The required run rate just tad below 10. It's difficult times for Kuwait.
Pranav, I think they need to look out for boundaries. Meanwhile, Chaya Mughal back into attack from the near end. This time right into the toe. Negated well, back to the bowler. A good ploy by the UAE team. On the one hand, Chaya is targeting the stump, hitting the Yorker length, toes of the batsman. On the other hand, Khushi Sharma bowling outside the off stump.
I'll tell you what, Suresh. If you have bowled 13 dot balls, in the 13 balls that you've bowled, you've done something very well. She will leak the first run of her bowling on the 14th ball. What a bowler is Shaya Mughal. 13 consecutive dot balls against a very, very good Kuwait side was looked very good.
This is the first ball Pranav I saw, just swing down to the leg stump. The batsman just grinding it for a single. This is the first run, leaked by Chaya, as you said. Again, back to the stamp line. Straight to the short mid off.
Doubt Kuwait has any answer. She should consider bowling all 4 of her overs together. This is the 5th over of the power play. The current run rate is just 1.5. Not allowing even a single is Miser Chaya Mughal. What a bowler is she, the captain of UAE.
Immaculate line and length. Very accurate. Not giving any room at all. Targeting Yorker length. Targeting toes of the batsman right into the stump area. Look at this, look at this. Was it a catch?
I'll tell you what, if that was a catching opportunity and if Tirtha would have held on to it, I would give her a standing ovation. There wouldn't have been much better catches. All said and done, she surely saved a boundary there. Sir, replay मिलेगा?
इसका replay.
That she will leak some runs here, but that's very, very well kept by very slow bowler. She is medium. Let's look at what happened there. It was full length delivery. That was a catching opportunity. But that is brilliant reflex work by Tirtha. I cannot still believe it that she got her hand there.
A good hit to the mid-wicket region for a boundary. The ball will race to the rope.
Finally, the first boundary comes in for Kuwait. They need to get going and they need to get going now. It is the demand of the hour. At the end of 5 overs, Kuwait are 11 for 1.
At the end of 5 overs, Kuwait 12 runs with this last boundary, 12 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. It's a time to change in the com box. Welcoming Mr. Shoaib, replacing Pranav Mehta. Welcome, Shoaib.
Thank you, Suresh. Good evening, everyone. Well, the first innings, if that was anything to go by, the second innings is going to be another thriller of an encounter between Kuwait and UAE. Both these teams are logging horns against each other, and we still don't know which team has an advantage. 5 overs, 12 runs. Yes, Kuwait is on the back foot, but things can change very quickly in this T20 format.
Meanwhile, there is a bowling change. A new bowler coming in. Jersey number 29 for UAE, Induja Nandkumar.
Yes, Induja Nandkumar been brought into the attack, but I still can't get over that catch. What a brilliant catch that was. It was Vaishnavi Mahesh who took that catch. A blinder. I think it's the catch of the tournament for me so far.
Yes, it was hit hard. It was low, traveling very fast. and she drive to her right side.
Well, I saw it in live while I was near the ground and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was always dipping on her, and that was a brilliant catch. Meanwhile, 13 for 1, another wide, and immediately Chaya comes to Induja and gives her a piece of advice. Young Induja, very talented. That's gone high up in the air. Somebody needs to get underneath it. Who will get there? Well, that's a drop catch. Oh, it's Amerat who's made a mess of it.
Samaira.
It went high up in the air, was there for a long time. These catches are not easy under lights, but you expect them to take it. Kavisha was just standing there, but I think it was her call, and that's why she went for it. A chance dropped.
Though Induja did created a chance. Mariam Umar on strike, facing Induja, spraying it outside the off stump. A good decent pace Induja is generating.
Again, outside off, it's been cut and good fielding. This time it's Kavisha who does the job, does the cleanup, dives onto her left. So if Kuwait were fielding well, UAE are also not leaving any stone unturned. They're giving it their 200%, diving around. And we can't give you the audio from the ground, but trust me, every ball there is a lot of cheer, a lot of noise. It is an exciting environment out there in the middle. That's another good ball. Beats the outside edge. Last ball, this has been another good over from Induja. She's just given away 3 runs and also created an opportunity for a wicket. Yes,
Right.
the catch was dropped, but she's bowled well.
The required run rate, Shoaib, is increasing. It's gone beyond 10. I'm sure Kuwait must be looking out for a couple of boundaries at least, if not more.
Yes, that's the end of the power play. A very fruitful power play for UAE. Kuwait are 15 for 1 after 6. Sia Gokhale just got her international debut last match yesterday. She's been brought into the attack. We'll have to see how she performs today. Again, another exceptional talent. Starts off with the ball outside off, nicely bowled, fuller length, a fumble will allow them to go for a single. That's Samaira Tharnika.
A rare misfield from UAE, conceding 1 run.
Yes, they have been good in the field. Goes for the Yorker again, full fuller length delivery driven to Chaya, who's on short covers.
Good to see captain standing at short cover next to the bowler, so she can, guide and share some tips with these young talents coming up.
That's right. This is good bowling, fuller in length. And that is again the difference. We've seen quite a few matches today. Teams that have done well are the teams who've been able to control their bowling. Lesser the extras, lesser wides, the better the performance.
Absolutely. The nerves are settled down. Yesterday was day 1. Day 2, they have seen yesterday matches. Look at this. Keeping it very simple, wicket to wicket, not giving enough room in the process, not even spraying any balls on the pads, on the leg stump, not even additional runs in terms of wides. So far so good for Sia, conceding just 1 run in her first 4 balls.
Zifa Jilani is the batter. Oh, that's very close to that mid-off fielder. Should have stopped it at least, but not to be. A good try. You see appreciation from Sia. That's the kind of team morale, the team bonding is amongst each other. It was half a chance. She went for the catch instead of stopping the ball, and that's good intent. But 4 runs will be added to the total for Kuwait. Zifa Jilani moves on to 6 of 19. She's had some time out there in the middle, and now it's important that she stays there till the end.
Absolutely. Sure here. And she's trying, her attentions are showing she's looking out for boundaries. This time just negating the straight ball for no run.
A good over from Sia. 5 runs off it. 7 overs gone. Kuwait are 20 for 1.
Induja Nandakumar, 29 for UAE, back into attack. Her second over, she conceded just 3 runs.
Again, that concern, we'll discuss about that after this delivery. The concern for Kuwait has been the dot balls.
Right.
20 balls, 6 for Jilani. Had she even converted half of that, if she would have been around 15 of 20, the score would have looked much better, around 35.
Absolutely sure.
And that is what was the difference between UAE. They were not playing a lot of dot balls.
Right. This time wide outside the off stump. It could have been wide if you would have left it. But trying to cut, the ball went to the third man for a comfortable single.
Yes, Sia Gokhale, the fielder at, I don't know if you should say third man now anymore. That field position has to change from third man to third player.
Right.
Well, it's third man as of now, but there is no man playing.
Absolutely sure. I do agree.
So maybe a note to the ICC. Until then, we'll address it as third man. 21 for 1 Kuwait. In fact, I've just been corrected by Pranav. The note has to be sent to MCC, not ICC. They are the guardians of the game. They maintain the laws, the rules, the regulations. Back at Lords in the UK. Again,
I-
all the bowlers are bowling that same length and they are reaping the benefits of it.
Excellent bowling by Induja. Very accurate line and length. Again, as per the plan, she is into bowling to the stumps area, not giving enough room to batters for any scoring opportunity. Another dot ball. So Induja just conceding 1 run in her second over. Kuwait at the end of 8 overs, 21 for 1.
वो इंटरव्यूज कर रही है, फ्लैश इंटरव्यूज. Well, that's a misfield, a rare misfield from UAE, and it's all happening in Sia Gokhale's over. Again, that second time there's been a misfield. Unlucky Sia, but she's bowling well. Here we start again. On the pads this time. This is a loose delivery and was asking to be punished, and rightly done by Omar. It's been played in the gap. That's not the line you would want to be bowling. It's down the leg side, easy pickings.
So now showing back-to-back boundaries for Kuwait. Sorry, for Kuwait. Mariam Omar having 2 back-to-back boundaries. Now all of a sudden, Kuwait moved to 29. She's opening up.
Oh yes, that definitely is an opening for Kuwait. Oh, bowls a quicker delivery and a better length. That's a good comeback from Sia. Captain acknowledges that, and she understands and realizes that she needs to be bowling that length. Early days for Sia, but looks like she is a very compact player.
Yes, she does look like.
Oh, that's another good shot on the back foot, has been played in the gap behind point. This is good batting from Omar. Mariam is looking good and looking dangerous. She's the one taking the attack and has taken the responsibility of scoring runs. 3 boundaries already in this over.
What these 3 boundaries have done, Shoaib, it has put UAE fielders Chaya to think. So I feel now she may take her field a little bit back. That will create another opportunity for Kuwait at least to rotate the strike, singles and doubles with these odd boundaries. So that's what these consecutive boundary does to the opponent. Let's see how Chaya respond to this situation now.
Nicely bowled, fuller length, and some movement in the air as well for Sia. That is a better length to be bowling with the field spread out. You would want your batters to play straight down the ground rather than cutting towards point. Last ball of the over. Down the leg side. Oh, that's a poor delivery. There is protection in the deep, but the diving effort will not help UAE. She tried her best, but that was not enough. And another boundary to end the over. Very expensive over from Sia. And this will release a lot of pressure from Kuwait.
Again, a brilliant batting display by Mariam Omar. Although the ball was on the leg stump to her pad, but still at the end she has to guide it, and she just guided so nicely between the two fielders, the ball just blazing through to the ropes, in spite the diving efforts by the fielder at the boundary. So back to back 4 boundaries, that really changing the whole equation now. And over ago, it was around 20 odd runs at the fall of 1 wicket. Just this last 6 balls changed the equation completely. This is what 2020 format offers to the audience.
Oh, yes, the momentum definitely shifting in the favor of Kuwait, but it's important that they continue this. They should try and attack a lot more and at least keep those singles and doubles moving in. Lesser dot balls will allow them to get to that total, at least a chance to get to that total. 9 overs, 37 for 1.
And this brings the bowling change as well. Vaishnavi Mahesh into attack, the slow bowling option, change in strategy.
मैं कर लेता हूँ ना 15 ओवर तक 15 ओवर So 9 overs, 37 for 1. Mahesh is the new bowler for UAE. Vaishnavi Mahesh. Nice flighted delivery outside off. Good start. Again, a leg spinner coming in for UAE. And with that bowling change, there's a change in the comm box as well. I've got with me my partner in crime on the field, off the field as well. Pranav Mehta. Pranav, welcome.
Thank you so much, Shoaib. Definitely
Oh.
a partner in crime escapes that throw. Some athleticism shown
Oh yes,
by
that's
Umar.
some moves. Just missing.
I'm sure she's going to be checking the replay to see that once she's back to the hotel. Vaishnavi Mahesh, the fielder who took the catch of the tournament a few overs ago, at covers, diving to her right. Should get a boundary here. That's well struck. A dive in vain is what that will be. Very, very well cut between both the fielders who were there for especially for the cut shot.
Umar is looking good. She is playing a very important knock for Kuwait. Coming from behind, she's come out and she's scoring runs freely. And all these runs are coming in proper cricketing shots. She hasn't taken a lot of risks. She's playing on the merit of the ball and she's reaping rewards from it.
Look at that strike rate. Almost 170. That could have been run out. Mariam Umar was definitely not expecting that. Very, very smart is the wicket keeper from UAE, Tirtha Satish. She got a wicket in a similar fashion yesterday. That was the first wicket. And today, look at that. She was practicing a shot there.
She was shadow practicing and she was just completely unaware of the fact that she's out of the crease. That could have been a soft dismissal and a very strange dismissal as well. 10 overs gone. Kuwait are 43 for 1. Ten overs, 43 for 1. Mahesh, Vaishnavi Mahesh was the bowler who bowled that over. 6 runs in that over. And now the new bowler is Samaira. who's been brought into the attack. Starts off with the ball outside off. Nicely cut fielder in the third man region. Will stop that. And this is good running. Very good running between the wickets. The ball was in the hands of the fielder, but they still managed to take that run. They challenged the throw and have made it easily in the end.
Amerat has a very, very smooth action. He was one of the main bowlers yesterday for UAE. Brilliant running between the wickets.
Another good ball, just a gentle push. She is quick, Samira. This time very well fielded at point. Just stopped the ball right there. And hence only a single on offer. Well done, Isha Oza.
Amerat reminds me of Srishant.
Mhm.
Initial phase, yet later on it changes. Those wobbling hands. Look at that.
Oh yes, absolutely. That run up definitely resembles Srishant.
Maybe the hairstyle as well.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Srishant had long locks earlier in his career.
Very effective bowler, Amerat. Very smooth run up. Brilliant action. He needs to work a little bit on a release.
Again, just outside off. I think she's just bowling a little too wide for my liking. That ball will race away towards the boundary. Yes, Samara is bowling well, but she needs to attack the stumps. It's way too wide. Just a gentle push and perfect timing on that shot has resulted in 4 runs.
What a shot is that? Just middling the ball between both the fielders, backward point and forward point. And it is very well struck. Teasing boundary is what I would like to call that.
Yes, that ball kept the fielder interested all throughout the run chase. And in the end, the ball wins the race. Jilani this time gets a boundary, who's had a very slow, sedate start. 11 runs of 29 deliveries. Outside off again. Again that placement. Again a chase for the fielders. This time the ball does not have the legs to go over the ropes, but they'll still get 2 runs.
Isha Oja was just suggesting that she wanted to dive on the previous ball, gets an opportunity to slide and pull the ball in on this occasion. Not willing to leave her mark is Samira. He wants to keep it length outside off. Jelani is loving the point region right now.
This time it's on the pads. Oh, that's another poor ball. Full toss deliveries are not going to help. Sia this time goes for the dive. Has she managed to stop it? We'll have to wait and watch. But as of now, they're taking her call. 2 fielders running for it. The other one who was behind had a better view.
I doubt that will stop. But the umpire will have to take the word of the player. Sharp in swinger, well tickled between both the backward square. That's gone on to the hit, the rope. Very, very unfortunate there. A dive in vain.
11 overs gone. It's just 2 runs, I think, that they've decided to give. So, tricky situation, but we'll have to move on. 11 overs gone, 54 for 1.
सर एक बार और रिप्ले मिलेगा Vaishnavi Mahesh will be looking to continue. That is the boundary. That's the last ball of the previous over from Samaira. Yes, we have the assistance of the replay. The umpires do not have them. They have to take the word of the fielder as per the rule.
Well, I don't think it's clearly visible whether that ball touched the boundary or not. Inconclusive evidence. But this time, you don't need any evidence whatsoever. Straight down the ground, just as an arrow is being played over the bowler's head, and that will get them another 4 runs. This is a brilliant partnership coming in from Kuwait. They are not going down without a fight. They want to make sure they fight till the end, and that is what is happening right now.
What a shot is that from Jelani. Straight as an arrow. Hitting it straight past the bowler. A little bit of extra fright from Vaishnavi. You can see her, she's furious. She would have wanted to have a little bit of more revolutions. Probably that's what she's going to be adding now for. Not getting a run up right. Dead ball being called by the champion umpire K.R. Azad. Probably one of the better. Oh, that's gone. That was the leading edge. Will get another boundary there. Oh, will be stopped by Samaira.
Well, the batters are finding gaps. Sometimes they're playing straight down the ground. The other times they are playing it over the keeper's head. But runs are coming thick and fast, and that's good news for Kuwait.
Not afraid to play their shots. Was looking for a big slog sweep. Hitting a top edge. Just over the keeper. Brilliant piece of fielding by Samaira. Look at her charging in. And then putting in a slide to pull the ball back. She is actively involved there, Samaira. The ball is looking for her wherever she goes. Another fielder being pulled in to short third from the leg side. UAE have figured out that Jelani likes that backward of point area.
That's another good ball, very well played on the front foot. Jelani is playing a very sturdy knock, a fighting knock. She hasn't scored a lot of runs, but what she's done is she's not allowed UAE to take wickets. And that in itself is a pressure where UAE feel that they've just got 1 wicket, they need to take more. And in the search and pursuit of wickets, they're bowling those loose deliveries where Kuwait is getting a lot of runs. Oh, that looks close. Will be given. Yes, it is. Big wicket. Jelani has to walk back. 1 wrong shot, 1 false shot, and that's brought the end of Jelani.
She was starting to look desperate for runs. A slog sweep was just offered. A ball prior to that, rather a couple of balls prior to that, which went over the keeper, and this time she misses the slog sweep. It was the ball which just slides in, and that would have missed nothing but the timber behind her. So Jelani falls in the pressure of increasing the run rate. Kuwait are 61 for 2. Vaishnavi Mahesh picks up her first wicket. The captain comes into the middle. It is Amna Sharif Tariq. She's a decent striker of the ball, is what I've been told. Likes to stay busy, play her shots. She'll be facing Vaishnavi Mahesh.
That's another big appeal. We'll have to wait and watch whether the umpire signals it as a leg bye or not. No, so there's some bat involved, and that is why it's been deemed not out. On the pads, looked very close to me, very close, but they've managed to get 2 runs nevertheless. So 12 overs have been completed. Kuwait are 63 for 2. Kuwait Warriors दिख रहा है मुझे वो KW.
It would be Suraksha Kote who will be coming in to the attack from the far end. This is the single over for Samara. She's stationed at a position where a lot of opportunities would come in. Kuwait has to get going. 8 overs remaining. Oh, that's a good action. Keeping it very sharp is Suraksha. Suraksha, the number 13. Oh, she's a mystery spinner. I think that was the carom ball. Doubt that Amna Tariq would have picked that up. दे दे भाई जल्दी रिप्ले दे दे. That's very well bowled. Making sure that Amna Tariq gets off strike. It is so important to rotate the strike. Look at that. Back of the hand. That was the carom ball. What a talent is that. These are very, very young women. And look at the talent, they persist. Extremely impressive. It will be Amna Tariq who will be on strike. Umar has looked very, very impressive. That's given out. भाई रिप्ले दे दे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. That was very, very well bowled. It was impacted right in front of the stumps. And there is a word which she has to the umpire, probably an inside edge, a thin inside edge is what she would be claiming. But all said and done, we will be seeing the back of the captain, Amna Sharif. It is umpire Karthikeyan, one of the better umpires in Oman cricket. He is also the physical education teacher of Indian School Muscat. His services have been appreciated by one and all over the years. सबको promote करते जाओ. What a ball was that from Suraksha. She is a mystery spinner. She has a few variations in her tank and she's executing all of them pretty well. 4 balls is what she's bowled. 1 run is what she's given. An inside edge will find the gap. Samira, who else can it be? Shibanli Gomez, very quick between the wickets. Will get a couple. Omar is running out of partners. 40 of the 64 runs have been scored by Omar. That's an easy catch and she takes one. The fielding has been clinical for UAE. What a catch is that? She did block the ball on the first attempt. And after a juggle, or maybe two, no, after a juggle, she collects it clean. It is Suraksha Kote who takes a wonderful catch of her bowling. What a catch is that? Batsmen are coming in quick and going out quicker for Kuwait. A partnership is the need of the hour with just 7 overs to go. Look at those figures. 3 runs, 2 wickets, 1 over. It is Suraksha Kote for you. 93 runs required from 7 overs. The target is a little steep and Kuwait would be surely considering to get past 120 at this stage. If they can get past 120, they would consider a milestone achieved. भाई ये पिक्चर खराब हो गया सर. Umar continues to impress. Wonderful sweep shot of Vaishnavi Mahesh. Will get her a couple. She's looked impressive. 42 of 26. There is not much that Kavisha could do. Vaishnavi Mahesh. Oh, slight bit of misfield there. Will get her a single. Lavanya, the fielder, at deep mid wicket, covering it up.
69 for 4. Jasvi is the new batter. Hasn't faced a ball yet. Maria starts off with a front foot way outside, beaten again by Vaishnavi Mahesh, who's bowled well so far. 2.3 overs, 18 for 1. The fielding from both the sides has been absolutely wonderful to watch. This is high quality cricket.
I wouldn't be shocked with the number of fan following increasing after this match. Vaishnavi is bowling a brilliant spell here. She suddenly picked up her line and length and she's unplayable. Vaishnavi Mahesh flighting it, missing the off stump just by a little margin. When you don't know which way it is going, you sweep. And that's what Jasvi is trying to do. But Vaishnavi is proving to be too good for Jasvi as of now.
Yes, as long as Kuwait... the required run rate has almost reached 15, so it looks difficult for Kuwait with every passing over. 14 overs gone, 69 for 4. No.
Umar is the lone warrior fighting it out hard for Kuwait. She scored 43 of the 69 runs. Has to be eyeing her 50. 7 more. The strike rate has also been very impressive. 27 balls for her 43. Cutting it. Just brilliant piece of fielding by Chaya. The captain is setting the example. Look at that. Look at that piece of fielding. Cutting the angle and sliding through. Brilliant work from Chaya.
Well done, really well done. Chaya is leading the side by example, not only as a leader but also as a player. She contributes. Oh, that's clean bowled. That is a magical ball from Kote. She had no idea where the ball was, Jasvi. And Maria has to walk back completely defenseless is the Kuwaiti batting right now.
Suraksha is bowling a spell which the Kuwaitis don't have an answer to. She's picking up wickets and she's picking up wickets fast and quick. In 8 balls that have been delivered, she's picked up 3 wickets. Brilliant spell from Suraksha Kote. Induja Nandakumar would I beg your pardon, Khadija Khalil will be walking in to join Umar, who's looked very impressive. But for the timing, Umar is off strike and wickets on the other end are tumbling very, very quickly. UAE is a fairly experienced side, but yet Kuwait has impressed one and all. They won hearts here at the Oman Cricket Academy with brilliant piece of fieldings all round the ground.
Yes, Kuwait are in trouble now, 70 for 5. Another flighted delivery, almost a Yorker, and nicely played, nicely negotiated, played it straight back to the bowler. Suraksha Kote, no run. Last ball, in fact, 3 more deliveries to be bowled in this over. Look at that, bowling figures from Kote. 1.3 overs, 4 runs and 3 wickets. Brilliant bowling performance. She's brought UAE back in the game. Suraksha Kote.
Love the line and length which he's bowling, keeping it very tight. You miss and I hit is the policy that Suraksha Kote is following. She has a few variations in her armory as well. The arm ball is what we have already spotted. I beg your pardon, it was the carom ball. And that is the googly, is what I assume. What brilliant piece of keeping is that from the wicketkeeper. Tirtha Satish. Let's start off with her positioning. And then, as soon as the throw wasn't great, but look how quickly she collects it on the bounce and whips the bail off. Another googly. So she is indeed a brilliant mystery spinner. Suraksha Kote. 15 overs have been bowled. Kuwait are in a lot of trouble. 70 for 5. It'll be Oza to bowl a gentle off spinners. Brilliant loop is what Oza provides. Keeping it tight. Number 18 for UAE. A little bit of fun there between Khadija and Oza. That will rattle the stumps. One shot too many. Mariam was running out of partners, but on this occasion, a brilliant ball from Oza is going to rattle her stumps. She is not going to be getting her 50. Trying to get a slog sweep with just 3 overs left. Very, very disappointed will be. What a ball is that? Isha Oza will pick up her first wicket. Kuwait are 72 for 6 in 15.2. Isha Oza is pulling the field up. She's bowling a tight line there. That's going to be plumb in front of the stumps. Very, very upset. Is she asking a question? Celebrations is the demand of the hour, and that's what is happening in the UAE camp. Plum right in front of the stumps. Not at all happy with the decision of the umpire. It was Rida Zainab who's out and will be replaced by Mariama Haider. They might be tumbling down like a pack of cards, but they have put in a fight there, Kuwait. They've done brilliantly in the first innings. UAE surely the better side on the day. And all of that on the back of Kavisha. 92 runs is what Kavisha would have Kavisha has scored today. Looking for the remaining 3 wickets is Chaya Mughal. She has an over left to bowl as well. Trying her resources is Chaya Mughal. That's a big heave. Suraksha chasing it down. 2 vital runs will be added to Kuwait. Kuwait's total at the end of 16 overs, it is 74 for 7. Suraksha will be continuing from the near end. Googly is what she loves to bowl, and she'll continue doing so. Very good bowling from Suraksha. What a ball is that from Suraksha, playing it with a straight bat. It is Khadija Khalil who is on strike. Mariama Haider is the non-striker. Khadija Khalil is still to open her account. Another googly looking for a single. A direct hit will make it more interesting. Empire Karthikeyan says it is okay. Let's carry on. Direct hit would have made it very interesting. With the drive is when, oh, she is well home. Very good running between the wickets. Will bring Mariam Haider on strike. Khadija Khalil will get a strike. With me, it is change in voices. It will be Suresh joining me, replacing Shoaib.
Thank you, Pranav Bhai. So Kuwait at 75 plus 7 wickets down. And it's a daunting task for them, chasing 159 to win. A brilliant display by Suraksha Koti. She is into her third over. She had just conceded 5 runs and 3 wickets.
It's 17 overs, 75 for 7. With just 3 overs to go, it's mere formality.
It will be Isha Oza from UAE, jersey number 18. A good flighted delivery, but a much fuller full toss, and a very good catch by Lavenia. She was trying to wreck through the mid wicket, but fielder was in place, and Lavenia had a very good catch.
What a catch is that from Lavenia on the boundary. That's pointing towards the sky. Very good catch. That was traveling, and it was high, and it was handsome. A flighted delivery, a loopy full toss, a big slog, and a brilliant catch is what is how we can sum that action.
It wasn't easy, Pranav, because in the floodlights, the ball going so high and just bringing yourself underneath the ball and judging it so well. And it was a neat and clean catch by Lavanya.
Have to be agreeing with you there, Suresh. Akriti Bose, the wicket keeper, walking in. Would be interesting to see if the wicket keeper is able to pick up the variations of Suraksha, but before that she will have to encounter Oza, who is bowling brilliantly. 4 runs, 3 wickets, 1.2 overs.
A small correction. I think 4 wickets for Isha. I beg your pardon. Still 3 for Suraksha. A well-flighted delivery, targeting off stump, nicely negated, no run. Another dot ball. So wicket on the first ball, dot, 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 dot. One more ball to go. Let's see how Suraksha Kote finishes her over. This time losing a bit of control, a too much flight delivery, too wide of the off stump.
Adventurous is how I would like to address that as Oza. Okay, Arazad forgetting to signal that as wide. A late signal coming in. Oza is flighting it. Difficult time for Tirtha. That's the end of the over. 2 overs, 5 runs, 3 wickets is where Isha Oza stands in her bowling analysis. Kuwait are 76 for 8 at the end of 18 overs. It's curtains for Kuwait. With just 2 overs to go, they're not even halfway. 83 more runs required from 2 overs. Mathematically, this equation is out of question. 41.50 is the required run rate. Suraksha Kote will be continuing from the far end, keeping it tight. 5 runs, 3 wickets in 3.1 overs. Will get some runs there. Should that be a boundary? Oza is quick, brilliant slide, and wonderful recovery. Keeps it down to 2. Excellent piece of fielding was that from Oza. What a tight line is bowled by Suraksha Kote. She is an artist at work.
Beautiful shot through the cover region. Ball racing to the boundary. A well-needed boundary for Kuwaiti batsmen. pitching outside the off stump, giving enough room to the batsman, and just smacking it over the cover areas for a boundary.
She might be a lower order batsman, but you cannot be flighting it in the zone of the batter. It's just a put away. Brilliant boundary for Mariam Haider. She quickly moves to 8 of 10. Very well bowled. This is where you've been successful, Suraksha Kote. You're just getting a little greedy there. Let's keep it tight, is what the captain would be saying to her. Last ball of a spell. She's surely bowled a brilliant spell. Will finish with a dot ball. 11 runs, 3 wickets, 4 overs. Suraksha Kote, take a bow. You have been brilliant today. Kuwait, 82 for 2, 82 for 8 in 19 overs.
An excellent spell of Suraksha Kote comes to an end, conceding 11 runs, taking away 3 wickets of Kuwait. Excellent display of spin bowling. Let me tell the audience, Pranav, tomorrow we will be having a cracker of the match. Oman playing UAE, 6 p.m.
It's the most awaited match. A lot of people would be awaiting that match. 2 neighboring countries going head to head. Samaira is going to be bowling the last over, making sure that she's getting the field right. Bowing to the ground, taking the blessings of the land is what Samara is doing. Quick single there. Will get Mariam Haider off strike. I beg your pardon, it's Akriti Bose. Mariam Haider will be on strike now. Mariamma Haider, I beg your pardon. Can Samira pick up a wicket here? Keeping it tight is Samira. Taking her time is Mariamma Haider. 4 balls remaining. It is mere proceedings. Big swing and a miss. Mariamma Haider is looking to prove a point. She still needs to connect one. It might be all curtains for Kuwait, but still UAE is looking to get their field right. It's very, very impressive. Samara is continuing. Just 2 balls to go. That's a Yorker inside edge. Will get a single. Mariamma Haider will finish at 9 runs from 15 balls. The last ball will be faced by Akriti Bose, the wicket keeper for Kuwait. 84 for 8 is where Kuwait stands. Samira charging in the block hole, will get a single there. That's the end of the match. Kuwait have finished at 85 for 8. UAE have won the match by 74 runs. What a game of cricket have we witnessed here this evening. This is the third match of day 2 and the table is still open. Oman versus UAE is the match that is expected to be tomorrow. A lot of people are expected to be visiting tomorrow evening. It's going to be a catch of a thriller. Kuwait 85 for 8 in 20 overs. UAE have won by 73 runs. What an innings was that from the UAE champion batter. Kavisha, 92 good runs, handshakes all round. Sportsman spirit is what we talk about very often. Spirit of cricket. Respect your opponents. Fight hard in the ground. The game has truly been contested very, very closely. It's handshakes all round. Appreciations for one another from both sides. A slight and light bit of humor. Hugs. Coaches, coaching staff also appreciating. That's it from us here in the center. Please hold on. We will be shortly at the presentation with Shoaib.